Yo, guys, welcome back to the Simply Fitness podcast. I am super excited about today's episode. So, today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how to stop relying on willpower. If you've been following me for a while, I just made a video on this a couple weeks ago on my YouTube. But then I was thinking about it a little bit more and a little bit deeper, and I really wanted to take a deeper dive into this topic than the YouTube video goes into. The YouTube video is only a couple minutes long, so highly suggest check that out. But a lot of what I'm going to cover in this podcast was covered on the YouTube video, but we're just going to go a little bit more in depth with it today. So the biggest reason why I want to talk about willpower is it's come up a couple times in conversations with my clients, with other fitness professionals, and I feel like it's a topic that's not talked about a lot and can help a lot of people when it comes to setting realistic expectations about your diet and fitness. So, relying on your willpower to get you the results you're looking for is going to 9 times out of 10 prevent you from succeeding long term. If you are always relying on your willpower to make the right decisions for you and to help you succeed and get to your goals, you're most likely not going to get there. You only have so much willpower each and every day. We are all faced with hundreds of decisions every day. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, there are hundreds of decisions you make. And you will get decision fatigue throughout the day. And if you're relying on your willpower to make those decisions that are going to help you succeed, with your goal and to get you to change, I'm sorry to tell you, that's not going to cut it. It really is not. And at the beginning, it might. And at the beginning, you're got high energy, your momentum is great, and that is a great time to use willpower, especially in the beginning. But over time, it's gonna run out, and you're going to get mentally and maybe even physically exhausted from making these decisions. With fat loss, muscle gain, whatever your fitness goal is, it's going to be challenging in some way. And if you're relying on your willpower to get you to your end result, it's going to be at some point you're going to most likely fall off of that goal. So what I really want you to do is to not rely on willpower each and every day to get you to make the right decisions towards your goal. So what can we do instead of relying on willpower? The first and foremost thing you can do is build discipline with your actions. So if you've created a fitness goal or any goal in that case, we've talked about it in the past, but you have to have realistic actions to those goals versus those results. So what actions are you taking to get to those results? And this is where goal setting comes in so importantly, is because without these actions, how do you know where to build the discipline, where to build the habits from? So let's take an example of fat loss goal. If your goal is fat loss and you're going to be tracking calories daily, you're going to be, working out 3 times a week and going for 15-minute daily walks, say those are your 3 actions you're going to take. Each and every week and each and every day, what actions you need to be taking. Okay, I'm tracking my calories today. Okay, I'm going to go for my 15-minute walk now. Each and every day, those decisions are already made for you. You know what you have to do. Now, whether you do them needs to be reliant on being disciplined with those actions. You want the results. The results for that goal would be fat loss. So whatever the results you're looking for, You need to do those actions. So that's where the discipline comes in. If you aren't disciplined with those actions, you can't expect those results at the end of the day. So start building discipline. Knowing what actions you are taking is important, but also at the beginning, knowing whether those actions are realistic. If they're not realistic, they're going to be even harder for you to be disciplined with. If you've never worked out before and then choose to start working out every single day, well, that's not realistic. You're going to have to use a crap ton of willpower to first get yourself in there every day. And it's just not realistic to do at the beginning. So look for realistic actions to take. If you're going to be in 1,000-calorie per day deficit, you're usually eating 2,000, now you're eating 1,000. No, that's not realistic. It's going to take a lot of willpower to keep you at that level. And by the way, it's probably not healthy for you. So don't do that. So be realistic with those actions that you can take each and every day. Next thing you can do instead of relying on willpower is setting up your environment. So this is really where I think about willpower, and specifically when it comes to nutrition. Set up the environment that you want to be eating in. So that means keeping food in your house that you want to be eating. A, for enjoyment, but B, to also that fit within your goal. Let's stick with this fat loss goal. If your goal is fat loss, keep foods in your house that are going to help you get towards your fat loss goal. High protein, veggies, less processed foods, things like that. If your cabinets are filled with chips, candies, cakes, frozen foods, things like that, it's going to be harder for you to reach those goals, but also stick with those habits. You're going to have to be making that choice every single day of looking at that food in your face and make the decision to eat, your chicken, broccoli, and rice over that frozen pizza every single day, because you're looking right at it every single day. So if it's not there, you don't have to make those decisions. So set up your environment so you can succeed with your goal. Most people will say, and a lot of fitness professionals and people who have, really, I won't say master their nutrition, but have been working on their nutrition, will say is that they don't rely on their willpower to make those decisions for them. They just set up their environment so they don't have to make those decisions anymore. I've personally come to a point where I don't want to resist the food that's already in my house. If it's there, I'm most likely going to eat it. That means that I can't have 7 different bags of chips or candies in my house because I will eat it. I've stopped trying to resist the urge to eat it while it's in my house. So instead, I use that willpower to set up my environment. I can easily resist buying that food at the grocery store because I have a grocery list, because then I have to pay for it with my money. And so it's easier for me to say, no, I don't want that extra bag of chips. I don't want that candy. I don't want, those baked goods, because it's not on my list. I have to pay for it and I don't want to pay for it. So it's that simple to me. So you have to really set yourself up for success, the same way as goal setting sets yourself up for success to achieve those results. You have to set up your environment each and every day, each and every week for yourself to succeed. Another way to do that is meal prepping. prep your meals in advance. Take out that decision. Okay, I have for lunch tomorrow, I have my, my protein, veggies, and carbs already set up. It's in a container. Boom. Just got to stick it in the microwave or, reheat it. And bam, I got my lunch. So then I don't have to worry about making that decision of, what am I going to have for lunch? Oh, there's a Wendy's next door. Maybe I'll go get Wendy's instead of that other diet food that I have to, make and, have to worry about. It's already made for me. Boom, already there, decided. Same way with a weekly menu is a great way to keep yourself on track and make those decisions for you. Okay. Spend, 15, 20 minutes, if that, each week. Make yourself a menu for your dinners, your lunch, your breakfast, whatever meal. You can make it for all meals. You can make it just for, dinners. I personally just do dinners and then work my lunches around that. And having those set meals, programs your grocery list for the week. It also helps you program, calories for the week. You have an idea of, maybe when some, higher calorie dinners are coming that, you might need to adjust your lunches too. I do Pizza Friday every Friday. Lunches on Fridays tend to be a little bit lighter because I know I'm going to have a bigger meal with pizza, maybe a glass of wine or a beer with that as well. So you got to really set your environment up for yourself to succeed in and really take those decisions away from yourself and make them preemptively. The more decisions you can make for yourself ahead of time is going to make it more likely for you to succeed in the moment. So the last way to stop relying on your willpower is to allow yourself flexibility. So what I mean with this is really twofold. When it comes to your goal and working towards, your goal and completing your actions, weekly and daily, you are going to at some point mess up. You might miss a workout, you might miss a meal, you might, fall off track for a couple of days. That is perfectly okay. Allow yourself to mess up sometimes and let it be okay for yourself to mess up. That's okay. That doesn't mean though that you completely messed up, that you're completely off track, that you will never reach your goal. It does not mean that. And it's by far the furthest from the truth. What it does mean is that next meal, that next workout, it's get back on track. You are never going to be perfect in anything in life. That is just pure fact. So accepting that now, with your fitness, with your nutrition, with your goal is going to help you succeed long term. Okay. You might not hit your meal. You might not hit your calories every day. You might not hit every workout. You might not even hit every, exercise in the workout. That's perfectly fine. We all do that. And anybody who tells you otherwise is just straight up lying to your face. So allow yourself that flexibility to mess up sometimes. It's going to happen. Things in life just happen out of the blue for almost no reason. And instead of trying to make sense of it and beating yourself up about it, move forward and know that there's going to be another meal. There's going to be another workout. Let's hit it then. Get back to it. The second thing is that you don't need to hit 100%. You do not need to be perfect in your actions or in your goals. Yes, it does help the higher you hit your goals. If you do hit 100% of your actions, weeks in, weeks out, you're going to get amazing results. But it is not a necessity to hit 100%. What really you should be aiming for is at least 80%. If you're hitting your calories, your workouts, your nutrition 80% of the time, you are going to get most of your results. You're going to see amazing progress. You, like we just stated, you do not need to hit 100%. With everything in life, business, fitness, nutrition, relationships, you are not going to hit 100% of the time. And if we all needed 100% to be successful, guess what? No one would be successful. No one in the whole entire world would be successful because no one has hit 100%. Even the most successful people in the world, whether it be sports or business or in art, any form of anything, has not hit 100%. Every music artist has made shitty songs. Every business owner has made bad business decisions. Every sports star has ran a bad race or shot a bad shot. That is life for you. There is no such thing as perfection. What we might seem as overnight success did not come overnight. It came over years and years of hard work, and that is how you succeed. You hit that 80%, you are going to see amazing results, and you are going to make progress with those results. So you have to be flexible with messing up sometimes, because you are going to mess up, and that is perfectly okay. The only true way to completely mess up everything is to give up. Don't want you to ever give up on your goals. If you have to make adjustments and you have to change them, that is perfectly okay. Everyone does it. I do it all the time. It's okay. Just be open and allow yourself to adjust your goals and your actions accordingly, because sometimes we mess up. Sometimes we overestimate our abilities at that moment, and we have to adjust from there. So, just a quick recap on the 3 different ways to stop relying on willpower. Number 1, build discipline with your actions. Number 2, set up your environment. And number 3, allow yourself flexibility. So, just in conclusion with this whole topic, at the end of the day, we all make hundreds of decisions. And if you really want to succeed with your fitness, with your nutrition, you have to make those decisions easier for yourself. You have to stop making all those decisions in the moment. The more decisions you can make ahead of time for yourself to succeed, it's going to be better for you in the long term. So look to make those decisions beforehand. Stop relying on willpower and start being disciplined with those actions. Setting up that environment to make those decisions even easier for you. And be okay if you happen to make the wrong decision in the moment. That's perfectly okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did. I love talking about willpower and discipline, building habits. It's one of my favorite topics. That's why I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into it today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you guys leave a review in Apple Podcasts. They're really helpful. I love to see them and love to hear your feedback. If y'all have any questions, any topic ideas, message me. My email is below. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm on everything. So just message me, shoot me a DM. I answer every single one of my DMs. So any questions you may have, even if I do answer it on a podcast, I will still answer it to you via DM. So hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you guys next week.